Hey there, friends. It's Bryan. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about, is COVID hurting or is it helping you in your collecting endeavors? Things to think about. And we're going to have some of my recent pickups from the local comic book shop. So you don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. All right, we are back, and welcome to another episode of Comic Talk with Bryan. Today's episode, we're going to talk about something. We're going to talk about COVID. Is it helping your collection or hurting your collection? And so what I mean by that is, we all know, we've been here quite a few months at this point, and you're stuck at home. You can't go out, can't see people you know or loved ones, What are you doing with all that time? You're playing video games, you're watching Netflix and YouTube, TV, and all that good stuff. Maybe you got some Amazon Prime going on. I love the boys, let me tell you. But as a collector, the things that we are accustomed to, like going out to the swap meet, going out to the local comic book store, going out to go search for those finds that we love to go for and love to dig our hands into the crates and hoping we find something pretty good, damn near decent. And we can't do that. And so a lot of us have been hitting up the internet. Yes, the internet. And I'm curious if you guys are out there have had this in a need to fulfill something in your collection, or just a need to fulfill yourselves in staying up with your collection. Have you been hitting the internet kind of hard these last few months? Now, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've had my share of buying frenzies, shall we say, in the last few months. And now, I'm not saying I went deep into uncharted waters here. I'm talking about things that you saw. It's like, okay, I can manage that, and it's at a good price. I'll get it, and you do. And so that's what I'm talking about. And if you're not doing that, how is it hurting your collection or your habits of collecting? Like I said earlier, people are not going out, because of restrictions. People are scared to see one another because of this. So are you holding back and it's like, you know what, just not gonna do it? Or are you gonna kind of do it piecemeal? Like, okay, I'll hit this spot because I know the people who run it, there's not so many people around when I go in, which I do, and see what I can get. Case in point, Exhibit A, if you will, on the internet. Over the last few months, I've been, we've been squirreling away some of our cash and whatnot, as people do. And I was trolling the internet, and I come across a book that I had a shot of buying. And so I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And so I'm going to show you this book right here. This book I'm talking about is Green Lantern number 2. Number 2. And it's at a 4.5. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at 4.5. It's a pretty good cover. It's pretty clean. The colors could be a little more vibrant, but for what it is and what I paid, yeah, it was doable. So, like I said, I pulled the trigger, as people do. Have you done the same thing? You found something out there that you just couldn't pass up, because if you did, you was going to regret it. Well, that was one of them. Exhibit B in my little show today, we have a 5.0 Incredible Hulk 102. This is the Hulk coming back after a hiatus of his first six, is it 5 or 6 of his original series, and then doing a series with the Hulk and Submariner for a number of books, and they break that off, and he finally comes and gets his own title, which starts at 102. And so this is that first book, and it says big premiere issue. Look at this. This is great. You can see him transforming. That is so cool. The art is by Marie Severin and George Tuska. And if you know about Marie Severin, she did that really awesome art on the Hulk and Submariner book with the Hulk hanging on to the Silver Surfer's surfboard. Really cool, really cool. So again, got this at a really good price that I had to make a move. Had to make a move. Put that right there. And Exhibit C, another classic book right here. That's a 5.5. Shazam, number 28. The second appearance of Black Adam. Look at that. Isn't that great? A good buddy of mine who happens to be a presser and cleaner of comic books, he sold me this, and so I said, "Hey Bryan, do you have this book? I'm looking to sell. It's a mid grade, but do you want it?" It's like, hell yeah, I'll take it for the price that he was asking. So again, so that's how COVID has been. This whole this whole ordeal with COVID. That's how it's been. Looking for prices, really good prices, and pulling the trigger when I have the cash. And that's a big important thing, when you have the cash. Let's flip that on the other side. Now, if I didn't have cash and I had some books to burn that I think could get me over the hump, yeah, Shazam is hot, but it's going to get even hotter when that movie with Black Adam comes out. Yeah, I could sell this. Sure. Same with Green Lantern. They're talking about HBO Max having a Green Lantern Corpse movie, and so anything dealing with Green Lantern like this number 2, at a grade such as 4.5, I can move it and won't get a lot of money, but I can move it. I can move it and recoup what I paid to get it. And Hulk, well, it's the Hulk. I just only wish it was a higher grade, but you do what you do. So let me put these back over here. So how has COVID affected you guys out there? Has it helped you build your collection, or has it kind of, you backed off and waiting to see? Because in hard times such as these, it's not uncommon. Actually, it's smart to hold back on your spending and save a little money, because if stuff goes down south, you're going to want, cash around. So you got to weigh it out. Put your thought in the comment section and let me know. I'm curious. Let's talk about that, down in the comment section, and let me know what you're thinking. I think it's very interesting how all this plays in to collecting, especially in our hobby. There will be more, unfortunately, COVID. And as things get tighter and tougher, there could be some sales out there, I'm just being real. There could be some really good sales out there, as well as people selling some good books you rarely see, so they can get on over. And that's the way it is. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm not trying to be political, if that's the word. That's just a reality. So yeah. So that's what I've done thus far in my little COVID adventure. So we're going to move on from that. We're going to go ahead and go into some of the books I picked up recently at my local comic shop. And I want to give a shout out to the great people over there at Legends Comics in Fresno, California. Go see Derek and Chris. They have a wonderful selection. They are great people. They treat you right. They have great competitive prices on books. So go check them out. And as a matter of fact, the opening of my show, I went over there and they let me film some books, all over their shop to get my opening all squared away. So finally, I got an opening. Hey, we're moving, we're growing, we're trying to do different things so we can keep doing this. So it's all good. I'm gonna reach over here and we're gonna look at what we have. Some of the big books that came out of Marvel last week were Spider-Man, and I picked me up a couple. I got me this Spider-Man 49, which in actuality is 850 in the legacy numbering. Look at this. I believe this is the who is this? This is the Brooks variant. Okay, I like this. This one's pretty sweet. We have next, we have the Tim variant of Mary Jane. Isn't that great? That's got that 60s vibe right there. And I like it. She's having fun. That's cool. We also picked up the Marvel Tales, the original Marvel Zombies. I happen to have that first run, all except for number 3, which is the Wolverine cover that they cover swiped. But we're working on that. We are definitely working on that. So this is pretty cool. I like this one. And that was cover A. Cover A of The Walking Dead Deluxe. And on this cover, this is what makes this interesting is, for those people who know, the original run was all black and white. And so they got a color version. And I had to get it because I was one of those unfortunate guys who did not pick it up at the time it was being sold, frankly, because I wasn't I was not collecting at that time, so I missed it. But when I did come in, I didn't know nothing about it until just a little bit after the show, and by that time it was already out of the ballpark for me. Maybe one of these days, if I get really savvy and maybe trade one of my slabs over there, maybe we'll see. But you know, what we have here is number 2 of We Only Find Them When They Are Dead from Boom Studios. This looks like a good one. I haven't read this one. I can't wait to read through it and see what this is about. I missed the first issue, but I had to get the second because I've heard talk about it being very interesting. Another book that we picked up is American Ronin, number 1, cover A. And this is a 5-issue series set. I went ahead and read this one, and the art was okay. I dug the art. The story thus far, they're trying to set it up, and what it is these big corporations take over the world, and to help protect their interests or their stakes, they raise these children to become their guards, their police, their secret police. And this guy breaks those chains, and he wants to get back at them for everything they put him through. So the concept I think is really cool. It's really cool. We'll see. I might have to read it again, look at the art again, and check it out. But yeah, I got the first issue right there, so I'm pretty stoked about that. we picked up American Vampire 1976. And this is by Scott Snyder and a couple other guys, Raphael Abu. I can't say the brother's name. I'm sorry. And Dave McCraig. This is about vampires, you know. Another book I haven't read just yet, but I can't wait to get into. I love the color, the color of the cover, this red, and you got this septina color to it. I think this is really cool. I think this is real cool. I can't wait to get into it and read it and see what it's all about. And our last book for this bunch, I got Venom 27. Now this is the third printing. I missed quite a few of the 20 to 25 of Venom. Of course, the more expensive ones now that went up in price because of Knoll. But my guys over there at Legends, they hooked me up so I could keep reading the story and have an actual physical book so I can go through to getting me caught up with that storyline. So that's really cool. I'm gonna reach over here and show you my next pile. And this next pile, I've been telling you guys since they've been coming out. Alex Ross covers, man. The timeless variants are just beautiful. And so let me show you this. Here we go. We have none other than the Black Widow #2 timeless variant. Just beautiful. Alex Ross, you are the man. I tell you what, he's got that old, timeless variant, that timeless look that he paints on these covers and the rest of his work. And if you guys don't know or ever heard of Alex Ross, go check him out. Google the brother. He is on point. He's been doing this. He's been drawing since he was like a little kid. He's got a little special out talking about how he started drawing and all the way up to what he's creating today for not only Marvel, but a whole host of other comic publishers. And just amazing. Just like this right here. This is Marauders, I believe, #6. And the Iceman from the X-Men. Look at that. Just only Alex Ross can make ice look so cool, you know? We have Thor #8 in this new series going on. Again, just how you expect Thor to look, drawn by Alex Ross to boot. Good stuff. Everybody's favorite, Wolverine. Love how he looks pissed off right here. He's ready. He's ready to dig in someone's backside. This is great. Now, our last one. The Beast. Look at that from the X-Men. That's great. That's so cool. And this is from X-Force, the current X-Force #13. There you go. There it is. That Wolverine was from issue 6 of his new series. So, yeah, leave a comment, push the like button, and subscribe. All right, y'all. I got to get up out of here. Great talking to you. Hope to see you again. Peace.